count 1 mama part ne charge sheet eno ye gina so ama ne sanfie no eno na me ka ache we ene de ba court
okay
we ne ye gina so didi asem no at a point you could see say na the baby amra
yeah
because
as a wapem
there was nothing she could do and you could see say utimi peja na ni hwe wiem say oye din just say why din you could see say enema ekoso woni tirim
yeah
and ohwe ni dia mo say at a point I say ore na no bibi sem I say ore na sin bi di and you could no we see ni ti ase no wa peja ni ti ahwe ma na fi wadane nani no wa hwe ne lawyer ni din prosecutor ne kasa obetane ne ho say no hwe na do baby anasa wanwenwen kakra say the offering and you could see she telling herself the baby ambra now I'm ready for it.
Obviously, be makwaba aba KOFI TV and day in fact week ni mu nyina sema esisi efa eye court ho and afi when idea on ko jail and sema da so e court I was say di mu nsem ebrel na in fact I was see gimu details saying and asem no pote ete nkrofo bebre na na eguso e kan sema efa eye when idea on ko jail no obi aka e tire na adwe but I was see agi asem mu chiri wan kasa no krabia wo mbia no I was say agi every court when wo court wan kasa agi from ho ne agi nchiri mu midin e de Mubarak ya kubu manya me special guest e wa ha ama brako ampofo ono ena nde obedo so simu mama sa wo kai evangelist mama parts enkantete ne din adinim ne nana Agradaa ne nsem no asem na nkasa porte ne sen ena ete ebi se 5 years pepepe ye be yi no ebi so se 10 years ye be yi no odo si ajeli ne 15 years ye behwe sasem na te sen ena okai nsem bi shootings bi ekokoso I was here update say police fo bi ekosutu amo e wade dempo mra na mo di sika eko bank obeka me sure say we refi because ache ye shoot police fo bi e wo ade dempo Jamestown hofa no ba bi ho ye shoot police fo no sasem na kosi sei ena oka ablekuma ye shoot police ni bi mra Star Oil amo di sika say mo ba be yiska so mo di sika ko Star Oil hona ena Robert bi ko share police ni bi young guy I think 25 to 26 was then very young guy obo bonu to the team papa ni tikun no sasem no akosi sei asha wan wote ne ka Chinese ni ya echi ni so far ono na akosi sei se oda so dem da be nye be yi no eno ye beji mu enchiremu esa ne se ye nuaba ama eda so wo court wo de e na afen sem a nkrofo ya kunkunkunkum amu ene wan oda so wo eye court amosem da so wo court e pending ni nyina mu ye beji mu enchiremu ama be doso mama ye na ya ji mu enchiremu mo fase ama ye makwaba
afa mejus odo bia ye ofa
obia akada benya asem
one obenya asem onya asem ase de tie de ofa se de becho
se court mu ne be court be ba no obejire mama be dia we steady law idie se bi ya boko de court so boko
na mi adom court boko
that's right ye ko direct yemfa na Agradaa mama part de no enhase ase nsem no bebre na nkrofo e ka on internet ne so say years we 15 years no endrusa but before no yanhwe aban we so e na asem na ba e asem ben e na de ne kokota ama ya ban 15 years yi e asem pote ye pese odi kan e break e no down my ansana ya ko ne jail term krofo ka say 10 years ni we ni akonta jail term nti asem no afei na aba court a ya jail 15 years ana asem na te say
ma me na wase Yakubu na menka say mama part asemi enye just 2025 year and you started way back 2023 emuho and you started na hit na nkasanga say wo mu no de meka say na 2024 yeah ye de bana na hit kakra wo but hit na na wo mu no e na de bia da ye di echa ye court na na yenim the kind of heater mekan ho asem no na asem a enkrofo bebre kan se sika gari na no ye no mamenka ewo KOFI TV say mama part it was never sika gari and then ko pay prison debi
wow
osesa ye ebe ye software si en friend evangelist no eno emu se Ghana for be kaya bribi mama part the video bi obeye video and obi onim ni bia oye social media person at 24/7 anopa odidi or shatade or yesi not social media at a point okofa sika and if my memory serves me very right it was about 200 cedis note bundle and odibi gina social media say obeye watch night na sa watch night no wo abebe bibia no obechichi sika and man crofo buy because watch night ni video me hu ye no crofo buy enumu ena yeti yes mama part asori ho bbs adan a yesi crofo na kwa asori bi ni se wachinchi mu nsa age omusika na eno na ohwe facts na enipa mako 19 ene ko file a complaint editiano Tini ebeka say 19 people and I file a complaint in the tian. Ya start here asem no. Ya chicha asem ni mun kakran. Na yedi kan che no. E de ne call circuit court 10.
I know where in fa.
Accra circuit court here, circuit court 10. Ho e na maami Evelyn Asamoah ene ya wa sentence ni na ye ne court. Ya mani bill no be meeting we ya pe na ya san ache no asem kro na e de ne court circuit court 9 Samuel Bright akwa a court circuit court ya mani bill enu so be meeting we ya asem kro na ya san ache no e de na court circuit court 4
wow
at that time na mami Kizita na kowa ene wo so ye high court judge so na cases no a dosun yechichemu and make I say on this very platform me and my boss or me and my papa Kofi Adoma Wanweni interview me several times and I said me at that time I saw it as a punishment and no more punish Agradaa. It was a punishment. That is how I saw it because Yakubu na idea police for can consolidate it Ombeka ni nyina bomba ako. Ane count 1, count 2, count 3, count 4. Say nipa 19 ni nyina. You can do count to 19. Charge her 19 charges. Preferred against her. Na de na kwejina one court. Ye pesi ye tete wa brabo a ene ye chiche mu nkete.
Ba nya o man physical na o say ye full e de o you afraid de wako ha say police for na aka o man physical na.
O man sika na nso ni nyina nso kan omadwuma ne ho me madwin pom sana na that time me hu no se me hu ne se na ya tete ade na mon kan mom na enye ba akope na ye nkyere because omu nyina ba one program we say mitua me sika we say oji me sika we say me kra de mitua momo me send momo numbers ne wo so you do your thorough investigation combine everything or consolidate everything then file one charge sheet against her and one no into nipa ba akope no na so meet 3 different bill was 3 different courts and courts bianso condition of the man no na no odin ebi was with landed property e kan ho na mama part at that time or them roughly like a month or 2 because ahamani bill omiti ahamani bill omiti ahamani bill omiti eni nyina no ebi o landed property ebi are public servants not earning less than ebi are 2,000 Ghana cedi ebi are not ni nyina no say with landed property no asase a ye call lands commission ni akọ check value ni to say dan a ye kope so na me hu ne say we die na say abroso me can we nyina awie yen Yakubu at one day you call court what's the for say ya consolidate omo kan nyina abom omo ka bom no now ya the case ni nyina akoma one court which is court 10 and ayedi nti ne na court 9 ne na court 4 ya withdraw no omo kan nyina abom no omo church obi anu asem. We were expecting nipa 19 because 19 people went to file a complaint. You start the case, Prosecution, mon file disclosures, na emma. Mon file disclosures, na emma. mo file disclosures na ma. At a point I quite remember say judge no ka say Oma and file our last opportunity or strike out the case.
Disclosure near there.
So disclosures near kwe do na mo de abono no facts na ka ho no. Sa facts no enyina so amu gina so.
Okay.
Se videos wo wa mo bebo a ese mo ma ne copy.
Oh, okay.
Adansefo ne nsem a mo ka kire mo no ese mo atwero ni nyina ma type mo print mo be serve court na mo file wo court ese mo mama party bi.
Oh, okay.
Ese so hu ni say Yakubu ose ama afa ni sika ama anom ne drink no say ni say na me kan me kire ni say me si mi Yakubu say me ye say uye say ese say ne me ka kire polisifo ni nyina no we are aware na won so aboaboa ho for your defense.
Okay.
Na waba
the court is over strike huh?
Court ka so be strike no out but omo ya ade nyame encha ade na omo be file document. Now, instead of maybe the 19 counter, will be expected because NIPA 19 and a file complaint, you know. By now the charges were 5 strong charges. So which chairman 5, but Okambo Mudia 2 strong charges. Okay. Now, Obi baby say, what are the charges? Count 1, Mama Part, the charge sheet. And no. Ye gina so ama ne sanfie no eno na me ka ache we ene de ba court.
Okay.
We ne ye gina so didi asem no. So count 1 we the Republic versus Patricia Esiedua edina e ba court no no. Okay. Court document ni we the Republic versus Patricia Esiedua aka Nana Agradaa.
Okay.
Ne wo so no. Count 1 statement of offense, charlatanic advertisement in newspapers, contrary to section 1371 of the Criminal Offences Act 1960 at 29. Particulars of offense. Patricia Esiedua, alias Nana Agradaa, pastor. Tina meka say, enye sika gari no ye no. We ya chiro wo mu say oye sofo pastor. On or about 5th day of October 2022 at Weja, Accra, in the Greater Accra Circuit Court and within the jurisdiction of this court with the intent to deceive, did publish a self-made video on Today TV and on other social media platforms that you would share an amount of 300,000 Ghana cedis, which statement was calculated to deceive members of the public. Ne we kan yina ne say October bosom ne da neto su enum mfimpi mienu ne aduonum mienu e wo Weja ono wa mama part tena ase ye video e ka che Ghana fo dada Ghana fo say momra na mo ba mema musika sika no kire say e ye 300,000 Ghana cedis e na obeche e na enye se ba bia keke no tena otena Today TV so e na social media platforms eso ena or this information it all and we the first count.
Yes. Okay.
Count 1. Count 2, defrauding by false pretenses, contrary to section 131(1) of the Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960 at 29. Particulars of offense. Patricia Esiedua, alias Nana Agradaa, pastor, on or about 7th October 2022 at Weja, in the Greater Accra region and within the jurisdiction of this court, with intent to defraud, did obtain the consent of one Samuel Ampadu to part with cash the amount of 540 Ghana cedis by means of false representation that if the said amount is given to you, you would give him and 18 other people the sum of 25,000 Ghana cedis to share, which statement you knew at the time of making it to be false. And to na make I say nipa 19 and a quiet complaint no. And in the first person eye Samuel Ampedu ono sika osi otua eye 540 Ghana cedis. Ono no o chese ye group wom. Into omu group no na omo ye 19 no So be it 540 you be mam 25,000 no match
yeah.
No match and you obi abenya bi emfa me ho
Yeah.
Ne de no eno ye count 2. Now count 3 is the same defrauding by false pretenses. Now we know it's a different person.
Okay.
So it's the same charge, defrauding by false pretense. We a George Boatin. George Boatin ese otua onu so tua 540. Ese omunso omu group no se ye mawoma omunso ye 18. Ombenya 25,000 no ma share.
Until about 540 or 540
divided by 19.
How much saying?
19.
How much 19 time 540 then it's about 10,000. 540 now. About 10,260 Ghana cedis.
Okay. And you say you be mom 25,000 Ghana cedis. No ma share.
Your mom 25,000 Ghana cedis.
Tinipa 19.
Divided by 25. Divided by 19. That is 1,315 Ghana cedis.
To be a menya 1,350.
Yes.
And says Kawi. And the second person, George Boatin, or no sutia 540. The fourth count, and also you're defrauding by false pretense. And also one wisdom, Patrick Hotto, one also ese otuya 500 Ghana cedis. 500, you know. Ono HSS by ono de no nko as otuya no so ye bema ne sika. Sa sika no ama. The fifth and the last one, Kwaku Martin. Kwaku Martin, the Ochese Otuya, 4,800. 4,800. No, so, or expect to say, Obenya Sika, Nisika no, ama. So now, these are the charges. Let me read fast the facts.
Okay.
The Doko quarter. Ye charges in Ria. Afi ye chire omu nienti a ye do aba court enti ne me bobos nke be bisa udifo ana so odibem we yaka udifo ana odibem awie no na afi ya chire o dwuma so a wodi ye sa nkrofo na asem a omko kan ye enti a ye do aba court say this is sika 300,000 Ghana cedis wo abeba watch night no mechiche sika na ma wo pay sika kotu ya wodan ka wo pay sika akoshe wadwuma mu mema obi. And this is why nkrofo buy. Now you start proceedings no prosecution if free adanse for mako and 9 instead of nipa 19 ebi am dodo na ama ti nipa 4 no one was the investigator 3 and the church members na oma e koye na e say na me tue sika nti as I say me jimi sika no sankrofo no me ensa pe ne bae an investigator ne bae. And the video two video the first one the na mama part di sika ne betna ho na wo kan say wo abeba no it was played in the courtroom ye bo court them cross examine no bisa mama part mame wote wo wona wo video ni mu no o se ane ne wo kan wo a o se ane no a. So she was given the opportunity to watch the video, ascertain the video. She had that time. Then the investigator as well presented a second video. And yet, I sorry them wankasa. Near see no, and no see play tape no. At a point, there were some portions that she said, say, na because now on say do baby dum lights kakra enom ne ade wo. But these two videos were played in the courtroom.
Okay.
These two videos were played in the courtroom. Your friend dance for mama part a lawyer for a cross examine wom. Wo oba sorry. Wo su utua sika, utua ma hwana. We so ye momo no number ben na wo de ma ye. Number ben na utua sika ne de to so. Onipa no uhu ufi hifa. Obi fi as far as Kentampo.
Wow.
Eno hu advert na buy. Obi as far as Kumasi. Eno buy hu advert no. Oso opeska akoshe ne business him eno buy. And I quite remember the very day mama party back court. I did some interviews. Woman back o send the bus school fees. Eno dey a lot of fare at the buy. Because the idea was sika no hu ye no oba obenya bi
aka ho
wow obedu aso ndem kro oba afore nti ono de ose afore en credit to 5 cedi enye ne ya na group na yese omon form na obenya sika kakran na adwe ne se ne ba ne school fees na watam de aba anya hwe form that group na obenya sika no de akọ
because 540 times your group 19 no 540 times 19 no 10,260 Ghana cedis
it's nanka 300,000 Ghana cedis there nanka sika o se o chama members na ba ye na ko bia ebenya bi but the fact ne say kodu kura group wie sanjiji sika oji sika ni no tido oja and this is the factor na we court you play video ni wie ye prosecution close case na mama part a lawyer a file their friend a submission of no case ni nyina che say asem na yedi no bebe ya bedu no hu ne say insu bi enim prosecution ntimi anka sem a ehu hia kura say o meyi ne ho ano sabi asem bebo enkuro bia enye papa nti me nse ma da age me ka hwe enkere court no en o kasa court ni betimi agina ho aka say ordinate mu ba ne wate no say o so wunyi ho ano o fo say ehu ni mfaso ho son court no in the wisdom of the court at that point betimi agina ho aka say okay so so wunyi ho ano a the prosecution na akani nyina no mehwe mranim I'll use my discretion and give my judgment. But court ni ready no say there mama part who anu yi be you one come and tell me your side of the story.
Yes.
Enti open the defense. Now at that time open the defense na lawyer lawyer Theophilus Donko.
Okay.
Lawyer Theophilus Donko catch a court and some be free adanse form akomako 65. 65 witnesses. Not just so many church members. 65 witnesses and na mama part stop be free. Tin the lawyer Theophilus Donko ka say 65 witnesses na tie bia no ade a obefrɛ wom. Said ye tie na obia be ka nyonim a be boa no ama wetimi atwitwaje ne ho. 65 ne beba 65 ne ma ehu yan say lawyer Theophilus Donko wa yere fi aguro nim. Menim say mama part ene gya ne kwan ana se wono a ne twen ne ho efiri ma ena o start kodu baabi ena gya o twen ne ho ena lawyer Richard Bafo Asare enso ebeto aso
this say mama part na sesana na say honestly
lawyer and no dey menchire
but wo kwan so bit ma sesana lawyer
at any point in time.
Okay,
but at any point in time
edru mun say huni o court
yeah huni bi ena lawyer foforo ebe take over.
Okay,
na ono enso beto aso adansefo enan na mama part free emaku penny no obedi adanse.
okay,
na abrantie baako asori dem ho a ono na TV no o control
okay,
ono so bedi adanse. There were other two people be almost eba bedi adanse e wasemni ewie na close prosecution
adanse na mbedi na ka say wan ka bibisa na say
so adanse no if my memory serves me right na ebi emaku penny no any other person che say asori de okwa oba for and mama part can say omasem ni say na mama part adwin pom no che say omebeba they want to be members of the church oba betwero odin a say nya dakro na aba ya betwero odin na ya asori ba asori de wa beka ho na emom enye say obeka ho na ne atam scan the amount. But the prosecution also said say no video no ye no wanka say oba be ye member nsana mama osika osi o wa wo pesika etu our rent wa wo pesika e de ahye wadwumam bra. So it is because of that video and then for by. So you are saying a different story. So obeka wa asem we are the prosecution will cross examine you. So the obeka wa asem we na cross examination e by. So it is depending on the judge to weigh and see. Last month nanka as I say sa judgment we e baso but last month na court no echo break and inti na ambaso because na bibia ededa na kwema na ye watwen yemu se na etie bia no mama part case no ebeba so na ya schedule date no e de ato ho ese nyame eya adoma mama part case no judgment ebeba so but eno entimi amba so enti ubisa se ehemfa na yefi ene bebe ya bedu so far that is how I started tenye sika gari no na emom video no be ye ese wa opesika tu a rent wa opesika ahye wadwuma mu bra sorry no 7th October 2022 to o me call ye no eno ene kofa we ni de bai
wow because does it mean say sika gari so time no grofo so beti be de sa case ni nyina so akokọ say wadada o maje o musika na say
Yakubu de bia me kan se Ghana ha ye pasam so yesirasem ye pasam pa ba yesirasem mama part sentence by there are several videos there are several nsema nkrofo kan na so to no mete ho na oyese did you go and report one go report aka wanu tum police ni bie ni wo ye magician na wo dan na chi obi te wa odi bone no obehu go and report ukọ report asem nso a enkotena fie nwofufu oni enkoka banku ni di nwie na ese oh makọ report asem na apolice for somebody court no follow up go and know what is happening in the case di echire ko ukọ ye say ya agen ni the next date ye da ben the next date no wo de woni makenkan a ukọ a ye wie o case na ka cho mso mo ntwero ngo paper so mfa ma wo ukọ fie bisa obi bisa oba bisa obi say paper cho den ya twero wo so no da ben bi na say ye court and go back to the court and follow up cases bebra che wo court cases bebra yen kan ho asem ne kire say complainant ne de asem ne koma police ni no odu fie na sesa ne nsuo e na ohoro ne nsa firi ho wakotena se enti obi foforo eni saa onipa kro na anya asem no nya kokuduro e de asem ne ko police station ne echi onipa no ne de ne ko court ne prosecute no te say onipa foforo na nya judgment pa e na me de ma asem ko ye e na police for na nche no e na police for na nya ni police for no onka wo nya den na mfama no wone mama part asem say yesika gari say ye hwan did you go and report no one kwa report ya uni case
okay
one kwa report ya uni case until ofo say wone ne wasem and you have evidence go and report the police will take it up and go say any actual petition o petition a unchro he petition no o koma parliament one try koma IGP one try koma police ni bia so o petition o say parliament omo nche obia omo nso omo nya court no madi asem enti wo de koma omo say omo fa anye den go to the police headquarters go to any police station go and report say maami asumesi agema de oso mfa maami papa asumesi assault me we tietia me fa ahudi so that is it enti wo afo so one ne wasem bia owo evidence enye bosire muka because you need to prove it you need to prove asem na akwakoka no enti enye say na me call ye no kan say unni evidence to be evidence na
okay enti ye hwe a banisen na say judgment no e buy I think it's Thursday right judgment no if free him e ba be duru yourself say ye de no ko jail no
Yakubu KOFI TV yesua de enti na abrebia me betena sese
yeah
na yesua de
yeah
charges akasie mienu na ye de born no e ka the first count
okay
and the first charge charlatanic advertisement na kama mapata onko prison da there was nowhere kobeko prison sa kwadu no ye de bowa onko prison obeko prisoner na fine na ye fine no wentua but say eno nko a na ye de abo na ye se ko prison ya fine no eni ye merem now so ma memfa unko na menchiro say ye charge obi with charlatanic advertisement e den na mra na kafa ho asotwe ben ene mera ne
charlatanic way no
advertisement
you ka charlatanic advertisement na
so you can charlatanic advertisement
yeah charlatanic
so can CHARLATANIC
okay I'm back into advertisement na ne
Already Criminal and Other Offences Act now.
Yeah.
Section 137.
Okay.
At 29. Charlatanic advertisements in newspapers.
Okay.
T. 1. The publication in a journal or newspaper of an advertisement or a notice relating to fortune telling.
Okay.
Fortune telling. Obia or shobia brabum. Eka honsem. Yamera ne cassette here. The second one, palmistry or shenkrofo nsem. Now I catch you. The third one, astrology or shewiem or stars or moon. No or ka nkrofo honsem. Or the use of any subtle craft. Odidi na adwen ho. Ode na adwen.
Energy.
Ene ka obehwe wanim no ode na adwen ka bibi e de kire o mehwe obeye say we be see enti ye say emra ne cassette
so for on the side no
means or device by which it is sought to deceive ne wuye nyina adwempo e kire ne say wo de bedada obi means to deceive ne wuye ni nyina say wo hwe obi nsem aka ne ho asem a kire no wo hwe wiem wo hwe stars wo hwe moon wo hwe nsuom adwempo e tie de wo ye na chi ni say wo de dada obi so wo de dada obi a tie or impose on a member of the public who impose wo de ohye e to obi so or which is calculated so wa keka ni emesi Yakubu me hwe na nanso wo sika se me keka ni emesi e na me frɛ na ka chen say bra ma me hwe onsem a we no wa catch you calculated what can you see or is likely to deceive or impose on a member of the public or say it's illegal.
Wow.
It's yamra or say it's illegal. It's yamra. I know you one.
Okay. It is a me show so maka bibia kire wa.
Adwempo na wo de ta kire no. Eno or say wo de da me.
Na me ye na manje hwede a
ene so.
Okay, but nipa ni Jessica na say ntesa na dey go police bit na be chidi pakro. Okay.
Now let's go to 2. 2 no ehu.
Okay.
2 ni say the editor samufo enti on say one no say publication in a journal, a newspaper.
Yeah.
Enti aha another advertisement, which means advertisement a TV, radio, social media, any form of publication.
Yeah.
Now 2 ni say the editor in say a TV station, a radio, a print, even online, social media, you have an editor.
Yeah.
Now the editor, it is a move for penny, no. The publisher, the opposite there, no. The proprietor, the adene there. And the printer of a journal. Enti, with the newspaper, no, on actual story, no. With the machine, they printing press, no crack or printing, no. What the nakoto asem. What the nakoto asem. And the printer of a journal or newspaper in which the advertisement or notice is published commits a criminal offense. What's it? Commit a criminal offense.
Ni emi won wakura ni o print na no
Ane.
So na juma na o ye.
Yakubu nim say ukoto paper. Na say do chiro paper no.
Yeah.
Yesiu na. Mo a moton paper no wa bontin sa ya bo table bi no. Yetimi si wo mu nyina ka ho. Na say wo so wo circulate. Wakwaje ade ne de abesen ho. Sister yi twam. Not care mu traffic cheye. So twin ni kon say. E no already headline no. Already front page answer no twam. Ento already front page no hu say Yakubu yese wa yese e no bo front page. Enti wo so akwaje. Obenya coins kakra kra wo ho. E de akwhwe oyere no man. Okra yetimi siu ye join no into the suit.
Wow.
But most times no.
Ombubu mo nyegu.
Yeah.
Because we dey. Na printer na obi o printer no. Hey. mostly printers they don't read.
No, una dey about open them.
And one so print them out. So
but or say and the printer of a journal or newspaper.
Jevan says printer is say police in wo dwa pa odo be hye wo.
I don't need asem no.
Jevan say ben buafu a odo be
ka. Oh, any brother odo be hye.
Odo be hye.
Odo be hye.
Emra na style bi o.
That is emra wo ho.
Yeah.
Into say you commit an offense and liable to a fine not exceeding 25 penalty unit. 25 penalty unit, 1 penalty unit, 12 cedis. To multiply 12 by 25, and 25 by 12, 300 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Into this charge, you charge wa, we fine you. Court ne fine wa, no wa can say in default to your sika. 25 penalty unit. 25 penalty unit. 1 penalty unit be a 12 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Into 12 times 25 times 12. 300 Ghana cedis. But court ne be kan say. So when to me into us 300 Ghana cedis na, and ye kwafi ase. Bia enefua aduasa. Bia enefua num. Bia enefua du. Into ukodu na utwa bia o se nefua aduasa. Na ukodu na utwa 1 week. Na unya 300 Ghana ni twa ukofi wewie. Dana akura ukura sika na utwe wie ya oni obi enyasa. So with this charge anka prison him. Inti na me say this charge prison ka ho.
Okay.
Just a win to yesika no. Inti mama part court ne fine no 12 penalty unit.
Okay.
Which is 300 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Or in default 30 days any the man. But we no 300 me kwa ontria because all the sentences no or say be run concurrent into we no kran ya ignore beka say dia check. Now let me take you to defrauding by false pretense. Now people will understand and appreciate why court no e man no that sentence no. Section 131 of our Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960 at 29. 1. A person who defrauds any other person by a false pretense commits a second-degree felony. First-degree felony, a treason, murder, high treason, rape, robbery. And no ye can say bonia kese boni mu odu atwetworo sa boni ni bi wo ho ayetimi ma 125 years. Yetimi ma 50 years. Eno ebi wo ho a yetimi kase kode fiase wo nkwa na nyina te se wudie. Wukum obi a ene ye mera na yesesam no obekwa kode fiase wo nkwa na nyina. Ye ka second degree felony na ye hwan so kakraba. Eno no ni mfie no emu soso. En Yakubu ma menka we nka ho se Ufi aisa wofo steps. O fra na emu peja. Ukwa district court asotwe wo fom. Uba circuit court e wo fom kakra. Ukwa high court dia e kakra kapa. Court of appeal yen sentence wo. Supreme Court yen sentence wo. The whole court baby a tumi wo, baby a hoden wo a okasa emu odu e high court.
I see.
E high court. High court wo tumi. But because say Supreme Court ye the apex court of the land inti ena ye hu ne sa but ye ka court ahoden pa dia e wo high court because e ho no betimi e ho pe ena ye betimi aka to say kodefia so nkwa na nyina e ho pe na ye betimi condemn to death.
Wow.
Because e ho pe ena wo to me say etie treason cases eno no 3 justices nipa miensa atemuafo miensa ene tena se ye wie ne final guilty a court ne be catch you say wo de ya sentence you to death. Enintina Dr. Frederick Mapam sankrofo no oba ba ko ka ho soja ni ba e ka ho WO2 esasan ene sa ba no o wa fiase ne kwa ne nyina obiema. So the High Court has that power. Now defrauding by false pretense. One na me catch on. Now tie enchechemu. Te na one no ye just the offense. 2 no and a chechemu ye. Now 2 no listen to the 2. A person who by means of a false pretense or by personation obtains or attempt to obtain the consent of another person to part with. T. A person who by means of a false pretense. Enti, why you wadrin say? Me nyama bra kwampofo. Nanso me yama bra kwampofo. Denti na we yesa adwempo na ta chire e na o chire. Enti a person who by means of a false pretense ade no wonni untime nye. Enso so metimi aye pa enti yenko. Or by personation wo da no hu dua broni na ase o kodaada obi a obtains or attempts to obtain utimi ye anasa uye wadwen so betimi aya.
Okay.
The consent of another person to part with or transfer the ownership of a thing by a false representation of acting in accordance with the instructions, orders, or a request of the president or member of the cabinet commits a second degree felony under subsection 1, first one, yeah, and is liable to a term of imprisonment of not less than 10 years. Not less than 10 years. It's yen to me 5 years. Okay. Yeah, ma 8 years. Yeah, ma 9 years. Not less than 10 years. And yen say, ketu ewom e yen finshi edu. If you finish edu, eko. Now, not less than 10 years and not more than 25 years. Not more than 25 years.
Okay.
Until if 10 to 25 years. In between. Simply good.
Until honey day, Nana Agradaa Beshano.
Until you're defrauding by false pretense. And the mechanic one pen and a charlatanic advertisement. Yeah. 4 na can you defrauding by false pretense.
Into 300 cities there charlatanic advertisement and okay.
Into 4 na can you know a idea na you defrauding by false pretense. Yeah. And this is what the law says. Which
means say won't mean less than 10 years.
We fine him.
Oh okay.
Fine and count.
Okay.
Fine count. Se fine count dia. Ena court never consider. Fine count. Wow. There is no fine. 25 years. And no.
Okay. Until you actually say you're jailing an Agradaa 15 years. Mama parts. You're jailing 15 years. But about one thing say a business say o calculate here. Before I be call say your man will be years your man 12 years and your man 5 years court calculating say. Prison form.
And sakra na me call no. So enye say judge dey start say ya na wama judgment.
Okay.
Your afraid be plea of mitigation. Plea of mitigation no. Yeah. The lawyer na eye. Uni lawyer wan kasa court be ma akwanya say ka bibi. Obi wo ho a eno na edu ho a obi timi su no wabu nkotodwe. Otemu afọ masakra wate. Menye say bi mu wate. Fa mbo ne che me why. Obi a won yoka. Okay. So mama part lawyer Richard Asaribafo catch a court and say, 1, Mama Pat is a first time offender. Also, on she and Miranda were baby under the first timer. On near Miranda, Abom Punim, Pomania accident into a threat. Infant channel. Or some Mama Pat, Mama Kuma Kuinum. The first born was 24 years, or your law. And see, so Kuma, Mama Pat, a sentence in no Como Pa, a bad dream, a Kolani Suku, or send a last born, 3 years. Oh, here, Madali care into a threat. And wachi or congregation I dom etin na nase any ade other lawyer ba kokra o be kan ho kra so kire say maame no ye ka doye pa o ya o sin crofo hwe wo ni ade no the court no and consider ni nyina. But Yakubu, let me say this here, say the prosecution did a yeoman's work. Prosecution ni ye adwuma omo ye adwuma. ASP Emmanuel Halega. Okay. I say me starting and you know ye the substantive prosecutor. Okay. Na a superintendent of Estasari. Okay. And sema ye kafa papa ne ho abrantie ne ho. Se case we enko bia and a case we kra de mama party tia posifo bi ka. Mama party case we start ye. I can tell you say police for do ye transfer fi Accra region.
Sir, on that particular
case. Wow.
Because
Ebinum scam can say one day mama party back court na say wabo pons. Or makeup. So people were thinking say
ye
chain on for people thought say I say the fee be no baby shake up be a si Accra region. As at now ye transfer binum ko wage and money ade nyina. E bi ko kaswa. E bi krefi Accra within the jurisdiction. So this case but ASP Emmanuel Halega X-ray say this case he will go to every length and breadth to make sure say people get justice. And say court be sentence wa court ni person who say when emra na de ahia pen say what kodem pen and na ya convict pen even say you convict to a fine which means you are a convict you be for us or you ex convict even a fine one kodem fiase but you nyaka say you have been convicted pay a fine or you ex convict oh yes no ya convict into court ya merema obekọ no udin a ewo ho no ya kire wo no say papa so mercy mama so mercy so has been was convicted on this day yes into your ex convict despite the fact say yes you mal fine you are an ex convict now for so called that prison bank and ex convict ya convict and into court you be can catch us say you have been convicted. Now, plea of mitigation. Say whatever you want to say. We are convict. Into kofa the judgment of the court. Ube who say you have been you were convicted on this day to a fine of
until you why you're just kind of you know. We are ex convict.
Now on your ex convict anka utu eska. Hey saying. Now for the record near paper. Oye KG when.
And Pasenga prison you say we go to prison bar him say prison
the issue is you have been convicted enti sene wo se wo tu kwan akwa brochiri ne yese kofa document bra document na ba akwaje e de aba to ascertain say woni mranya asem no wakwaje aba na ya twere wo so say on October so and so you were convicted to a fine of this oh yes enti na make sure say you are an ex convict despite the fact say one go the prison court are convicted. Court are convicted. And no, I shall udin ano. Yen paper. We correction fluid in paper. And yen fire. And no best or tear say. And yes, so be a wakoda prison abank. No. The court has convicted you. So no matter who you are, any record. So when you're juvenile and any record of you, no, you have that. I don't want to cite this example, but Pastor La, for instance, our case, our quarter prisoner, and then oya appeal, your man no bill, pending appeal, or tifie. Say, oya lucky, na court kase, wa quitting, and no a different thing. Say court acquitting dear, and no, it's a different thing altogether. Own to me, and yashe. But so far as sir, and no dear, a one dear. Definitely you've been. Now, prosecution.
Yeah, because me too, though, honestly speaking.
Sir,
we said yeah, minimum rano. Na. We say unya sama, and can you go kind view? And I some see you because okay, if I said we are sir as convict about me. With my swift David, no Saudi, you know.
Now, swift David is not the other our best set. Oba ko Ghana card foforo.
Asemi je.
Who driver's license aba ko foforo.
So affidavit is odi foforo na.
Don't forget to say osu affidavit so what say odin a. No problem. But okoye bibi say utu kwan wanya kwanya bi say utu kwan ana say wokwa adwuma bi na ye say kofa old document bra. Don't forget to say ene social media is everywhere.
Yeah.
And I had Yakubu, Obi who say a chair or court one day. And it will interest you say, and your system no, I so me who the word to use. Your system now is so good, say. Ubo dia information a bit PFU. One person could have shock you. Say, AI could have some account card, I say. And then you can sit here and hack into a system. And it depends a juma ye de kwa komam adwuma wo kwakoye energy so kind of cotton pure water nti wasesa odin eno obi enhia o misa say bra what is your name kura ho na emom so be ya ban adwuma so be ya company bi adwuma unim so be fa kire akobisa uko school enti ye be ko school mu ho no na odin di Yakubu eno say your friend Malam Isa. Now Malam Isa no you have to provide all your documents concerning Malam Isa. Now ukofa the bar e ba say na asesan odin affidavit in the so best way so we are where we ba ka kira sem nti emwa o now the prosecution ya ade bi and ASP Mano Haliga
ono wo emphasize
ono no prosecutor
for Nana Agradaa case
ono a prosecutor Agradaa.
Oh okay and ono why ade pa because bachelor
yeah
fresh
na there enye easy
and handling obi ti say mama part no nim say enya de ketwa and why ade pa because pressure be ba
pressure dey aba at a point even judge and warning say obe strike out the case because na omo ebe ekoka anwomasem say ye dupi wom ye defraud wom no ofrema omoma ofrema omoma one man so be de na natnase aye meeting wa twero na no asem o twero asem no na wa ko type a print abe serve court we are talking about nipa 19
anya de keto
nipa 19 wan hwe ye kure nipa be 2 ene wo ma o ma on paper so ma antwero ma no asem o metimi atwero enti I say wa wotna se ne wom ebi fi Kumasi obi fi Kentampo obi fi Takrade obi fi eyi na eba Koforidua e na eba ofro obi a osimini lorry fe kura me de beba ofro obi osimini lorry fa me de beba enti me de mi ntimi ma obey enen
because we share your friend say no I mean what was ASP
Emmanuel Haliga
why are there
officer I salute
I salute for a case like this there
and ono bia fa ne ho
Asare
na start superintendent Sylvester Asare wono kra de na enye easy ma no at a point
that's a young guy bia
a very young guy at a point Abrante bia so oti abroche kra be kan e be ye video be kan say Agradaa na tua ne ka ko find the pictures beto ho case we enko be bia atam de yenum say enum nyina ya ji kakra e wo ho abat ni nyina kan adwuma
na woni Agradaa case wo court headquarters na acquisition say
Maminga masemuwi
okay ye be wi enti ye hwe e pese hu court no
so count no now before the judge could say Jack the lawyer plea of mitigation we except prosecutor so can be ASP Emmanuel Haliga original asemo ka che court ni say enyampa say Agradaa the first time on emra e de ehia ni no she is not a first time offender say enya ka che court ni say you are not a first time offender oyembe ya because na that means wunim mra wunim say the court asetenate nti and o provided say 2021 Circuit Court 4 the late Justice Emmanuel Sando or sentence Agradaa to a fine or convicted to a fine of 10,000 Ghana cedis and also a charlatanic advertisement now it means or it tells the court to say no the lawyer can't we trying to the court because you are not a first time offender then 2 ASP Emmanuel Haliga catch the court and say the rate at which and Crawford defrauding Crawford this issue of charlatanic advertisement in the air cost no ama youth ni bebre okotena TV so on social media no hwe yes o fa we bra beji we bra ha metimi aboa no unya ya no masoreko into the prevalence of the crime no the judge should consider the last statement was say the judge should give her a custodian sentence it will serve as a deterrent to her
as a police in the prosecutor
yes or she should give her a deterrent sentence, a custodial sentence. Or not the dream pom, yenfa Agradaa antum. Nenya suchiema or no one kasa. Any obia waye na adwen say. Or no so bebo sa abra ni bi.
Say the case be say enema mbofra kaswa ai
mbofra juvenile.
Yeah, omukukun abrantie bi no.
Ishmael Mensah amdala.
Yes. Inti BBC na, inti I think say court no so bit magina so. and I go see the same over.
So I know and a court in so in delivering the judgment and Otemafo Lydia Evelyn Asamoah a try the judgment we no chair say the first count charlatan advertisement in there.
Yeah.
Wamano 12 penalty units, 25 penalty units, which is the maximum now. 25 penalty units, no, and na odiamano in default 30 days. Yeah. Now, the count 2 and the count 3 or sentencing on a beer each 15 years. And count 4 and count 5 would dismiss say. Into 4 and 5 in the Korano, uchemu, court in uchemu. But count 2 and count 3 no, and yet defrauding by false pretense now. Bakun was 540 Ghana cedis no, and Abako was 500 Ghana cedis no, and no, and a chain, you know, a chain. And a biano or mano 15 years. And to say, ye can, the court and can say, on serve consecutively, and Agradaa serve 30 years. The court say, on serving concurrent, no. Now, say 25 count to cry no more be 25, and no more about 50 years. Work of a see any woman. And in a way, a year 15 years. Yakubu, my men can say, me, I'm a braquampofo. Now, me to court to them will be. At no point, and a mama part, or catch a court and say onion. And the ma court can say, uncle pregnancy test.
Okay.
No, at no point. The whole day of Thursday, mama part wankasa. The whole day of Thursday, mama part wankasa. Agradaa never said anything.
Why did
not abonting ho, not court them ho. Adia o kan ye nyina ye time aye de ne hye mu. Obi ene bisa ne mama part den na wo beka e de a che okanga. Asem obi na no kan say empire bona e not na kan asa. She never said anything. So on my social media say and a mama party catch a court and so on him and a court and say nyam pentinu uncle pregnancy. No. And open you could do yen. Oba na ne mantle no no de abuduku fe kama ne duku nso de fatane pa.
Yeah.
Eja otuye na egu ne nsa ho a na enhye da anye duku bi ase wabo a nse eya na egu ne nsa so ne ade a fine. Your free case no lawyer bonidin prosecutor bonidin na court and your judgment and ya fe ne be bonkuru bia the court ya no convicting no the court convicting happen or say I'm studying the case down for 2 hours go and do a pregnancy test.
Oh, the can say you convicted or
yes court they can convict once
or because you convicted.
Yes, okay. You have been convicted.
Okay,
so go and do a pregnancy test.
Oh, okay. And sana be ma years no.
And sana be ma years.
Okay.
Enti eba ne sa no me no kre me yam hye me ma no because the moment obekọ court oyo ba na ewie case ni nyina asotwe ewom fa enye fine na ye imprisonment na court be ka che o say koye pregnancy test.
Yeah.
Bra say ye do ko na ti me yera
e be jeli no
ye do ko na ti me mem amem munya hoden na obetimi adwane a dwane e mabiem ko so ye den ye 1 out of 1000 na obetimi anya otedidi into re videos na the first time na opie ye den betna police care mu no na den e ko police hospital.
Yeah.
Amana koye pregnancy test den e koye na om den e baaye den e bedu ye na afi court waye ma.
Yeah.
Ena eja ye fra asem no ni kumbetina ne nchen mudi nkomo nwenwenki tintete wo hwa
Angela Siama.
Okay,
Angela Siama.
Teja ye frɛ no eno sorry feedback ni ku nchen no kugina anim ho ogina anim ho ena clerk ne ka chen so won tenase ye man na konwa no tenase and you could see say Agradaa was praying no bompai. At a point you could see say na the baby ambra.
Yeah.
Because
as a wapem
yeah. There was nothing she could do and you could see say utimi peja na ni hwe wie mu say oye din just say why din ku see say
nyama
e cost woni tirim yeah and ohwe ne dia mbon say at a point I say ore na no bibi sem I say ore na sin bi
yeah
di and you could no we see ne ti ase no wa page ne ti ahwewie ma na fi wadane nani no wa hwe ne lawyer ne din prosecutor ne kasa obetane ne ho say no hwe na do baby anasa wanwenwen kakra say the also and you could see she telling herself the baby ambra
yeah
now I'm ready for it eneja judge ne make any pronouncement na say ye train order no na order ne ye ready na eja ye de ne shekem enenya basa pa o ba no pa no obi amfa handcuff ngunza ye de ne ko police hospital handcuff ngunza enya yes apa o ye convict ni handcuff ewe ni handcuff no ne de ne tena okosi say omukoye order no ewie ye na eja ye fa na ye de ne kotena kem and afi hu se mfifire sini kunu enje sema ye na ho hwenye yi fifire tino anopa omo bedu ifefe fesi ye betena ne kra ni mukura bonwom kakra si ye kotena ase but that was how
sama omo man ka judge ne ka 15 years na nani mu net say o ka say ukodam 15 years
so time not ho say no gina ho I think it will be something different
yeah
not ho and she has sat in that chair for quite a while and she was comfortable
yeah
but yenya I can't say 15 years happy na the lawyer na 10 years no catch and say enya botere I want to see it as say
hey
and you could see say it came to her as a surprise
yeah 15 years there
it came to her as a surprise I want to see it as say sinitiasi din pijanity one kasa wanyahwe so it's like the Agradaa I know
yeah
the Agradaa that I know and the whole day why din anopa the lawyer cry na ba na obeka say ye de ni pie opa ye che o ma ye ntwa no na case no and then opa ye che ne de na say unim officer ye dwuma nso ye ntwa enye yi nti onu wan kasa mama part no one thing this one to them when being and one can she no
I didn't buy my lawyer and car say my own casa and I say so called what
really I can't tell but okay. I think say he being a good lawyer he just need to calm her down obi wo wa it me fan it
yeah
meaning the amount say judges ni bebre your sentence was it na say me witness be wo quarter your sentence in 10 years na ne fa nyina jojo ye
hey when you stroke
ye minimum bia your sentence no twahwe it say omuni hwe say kum e wo court na no as a teacher so me judge ne kura dwane ye no suru
hey ni ma hye no
ne yam hye o dwane ye so this time ye ma wo nyina bebre wo nyina wo ye be mo akonya setena se wo so te wa you feel relaxed
yeah
to te wo nyina wo te no no te wo e ma na akonya no te wo to te akonya ni ma e se anase wa ye ma wo akonya ni mprekope to te akonya ni
sa se be hye
te akonya ni ma eneja
yeah
na ese order na you ready na e dey handcuff go ni santi ohwe na wa say no the mantle no e go so na manager and the question came but asat ene na me ya doma mama pass back go do in some prisons Monday because I say it was Thursday Friday a holiday Friday no in some prisons na omo nsheda anya adwuma
okay omo ya adwuma
but official duties no a holiday na Saturday so no omo ye half day
okay
you know Monday officially if everything goes by definitely
na ze nipa ni twahwe sa na judge lotimi reconsider ni we na so nyama wasa
well say you can wie ye na ansa na utwahwe o make pronouncement we
ha o de we na pem ho
we asore ko
na me nkoko to da o keje tia bes makola na mtahwe pa se me ama me de court ni police
no it's okoko you see court is good
Me Fatumago, me need Pragro.
No. Yakubu, court is good. It really enlightens you.
Yeah.
And my who say, Obiya wadia, way, a semi the channel. Way dear, and semi mamrani ejuma. And Crawford baby whom ya almost to say, Master be dimpa. No.
Yeah.
Master mon yedin, but emrani tino. Minim say, we see me, I me ma see me. We ye say ya emrani be kase say intino, yenye ni say. Enti otimi area, otimi mantem. Now we ya de na nya. I have every right to go and report you.
Where's I thought area for the bedtime?
Oh.
Because never we say I lie for minimum rent na ware na ya na stay for mano. You share ba mra sentence mama part na Agradaa sentence no. Nkrofo bebre obi aka na de years we 5 years e bi so say 6 years. All those wanya chirechim. Ne de no ebesi 15 years ne say yankoya appeal na say anya bibia ebesi 15 years ne pot ya na say ono no 5 years ne pepe no be film.
Yakubu, emrana me kan baby no out 5 years and after 5 years. The minimum is 10 years. Okay. The maximum is 25 years. Ubisa me I'm a brakwampofo. This is my candid opinion.
Okay.
My candid opinion is that the judge was in the remit of the court. And merebie ni wo so. And mama part so wo ho kwan to travel at any length of pay for appeal.
Okay.
Circuit court and I'm on 15 years. And 15 years no the man no. Way after full trial. We can't say you after full trial.
Yeah.
Assembly see October 7th.
Okay.
2022. Year be money away. 2025.
Yes.
Enti fine say 2022 ni kurampo no October. Yan started in October and you best started crying in November 2022. The yan fine say roughly. See you started in October.
Yeah.
November 2022. 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. How many years in it? Today is we 2022 Krefima. And 3 years.
3 years in, yeah.
3 years trial. Adjournment. Yentimin kind of do.
Yeah.
Charge sheets. I file ye. Witness statement. Prosecution. Adanse form ye and sano. So be fikin tampo no buy. I say prosecution. Man a lot of fair. So be fiko for you and buy. I say prosecution. Man a lot of fair. Say when we are. So one day obako for obi back dakro. Now when we are. I say prosecution copy hotel the man.
Hey.
Now what them? Oh yes. So unti me nkonsan fama. Unti me nkoma. Unti me nkoma. Nti I say ye pe hotel man. Eno ye hwan ka. Enya mama party ka. Eye prosecution ne ka. Eye aban ne ka. So the court put all these things into consideration. Into 3 years trial. The maximum is 25 years. The minimum is 10 years. Mama Pat, the first appeal, obetimi akoko high court. Or every right to go to the high court for appeal. Ofi high court, na court na affirm say and the circuit court na kan kra ye correct. Obetimi travel to the court of appeal. Or who kwan so beko. Ofi court of appeal na say still court of appeal say I have affirmed the decision of the circuit court and the high court. She can as well travel to the Supreme Court. Into our akesie miensa e wo nanim. But Yakubu, ade a misuro nie, appeal de bia meka. Eye niema miensa. O kwa appeal eye 3 things. 1, you can be acquitted. You can be acquitted. Simple simplicity. Where we? And no cry there. Oh, you're lucky. You twa convict in the field. You have been acquitted, which means where do na the ball na just say ye yin in a so yeah. No cry need me for us convict. You have been acquitted. Ye yi sta born in a few so and no and no be na recently your friend is saying this gentleman
Atai mechanic.
Atai
Yeah.
Mechanic. Nyame na domi. And then he's a free man. When I'm the baby.
Yeah.
The second one, what appeal money say, your years can be reduced.
Yeah.
15 years, you know. The High Court could say, yes, it was harsh. If it was harsh, I can reduce it within the jurisdiction of the court. And the court's own ideas, the rules of the court, the Court Procedure Act, and then of the court. Court bet me I say it was too harsh. Mama 10 years. It was too harsh. Me fee even the remit of whatever it is, no. Mama 5 years. And I said what trebi into 5 years because we fine count. And the High Court, the Court of Appeal, the Supreme Court can reduce it for you. And at the same time, the court can as well increase your years for you. You shouldn't forget it. The third point, and they say, years now see a dozen or quarters to 15. Yeah. One share ye. Ubet me a son quanso. I don't say good years, ma. Because judge being so bashe. Or bashe the whole proceedings. A travel for how many years? 3 years. Okay. Or back in Kaimu, your friend dance for you were given time. You were given ample time. You were given ample resources. You called your witnesses. Your witnesses were cross-examined. Ye say. So after the full trial, wo lawyer, plea of mitigation, can say, we a first-time offender. Until say, obey appeal no, every no, 15 years. But there is another point I want to say. Mama Pat, ebetimiako, bill pending appeal. Bill pending appeal. So, obetimia file for bill. Akache court and say, okay, me kwaya appeal. But me pesa o mami bill. Na me befi. Nti me fifi na mako. Pastor Love. Yeah. Ote one, or ya convict or yes convict. Na se on 7 sentence ni wie you. And na wabeye the friend bill pending appeal. Okay. And na court amani bill. And no tifi. Now ne appeal na all year no time ne so na court. Enti so lusu appeal no na court ne ka se there bi o. Yes na ye dem a no ano no a Pastor Love dana ye besa mo na court nsamo. Maybe I know that no besa kwa akoto aso. Sanity. Ti bill pending appeal. Mama part a lawyer for betimi akoye bill pending appeal. Eno de so ye lucky a obetimi anya bill na waba. Nti onu ofifie no oye the case na obako okoba kosi say appeal no ye be kan wie. Eno wo ho. Then enye sanso a ene obetimi akọ bill pending appeal ye be refuse. What no so betimi aka say oh there be manenem. No nya na appeal no. Court na refuse o. Uni hwe bibia obeka ede afam. Nti asat now there. Like I said 15 years and I will try. Say yet the holidays, the weekends, no money I didn't film. Roughly we try by 13 years.
Okay, weekend we in bank.
Yeah, yet say 1 year we try by 8 months.
Okay.
Nti a year near maybe 50 ma. Roughly by 13 years. Okay. 13 and a half a day.
Weekend holiday.
Nee.
Ada we near there.
So far I'm say the memory come here weekend and holiday. Oma our calculation prison for no calculation omo the calculate say 1 year omo how to calculate it a years no on serve the full year no on serve the full year. See as at now there mama part 15 years na or serve until say two things obeko for bill pending appeal. Your grandson and the obebe fee na wakoya appeal no or ye wie either say a be acquitted no either say a be reduced and I say a be increasing and they drew her ye be.
All right and ye nana Agradaa there no AC
but Yakubu or other cases be now a quick one on other cases or no for appeal biblical case it is still pending in court and no ye criminal case inti no e drew so a they say baby o no obe fin sanwam no aba prison for the beba. And they say no, the only thing is the lawyer will coordinate with the prisons. Yeah. Yeah, then be at the first date no beba no. Your best friend may be on to member because prison authorities may be now when the actual date no, the actual date. But after no, near a baby no, as I said, yeah, didn't ever. But or no any empress there any day, and no civil suit, defamation, and no see. Prison shedani. prison a woman say you be fine no na went ya na court na ka say oda efias e no kra defamation kra no efias nche da nim
sikatua na obu nipa no fu
ene no wankọ quarter obi anche no
yet me jibe
no eno a civil case eno a civil to obetimi ama ne ba akọ obetimi ama na danfo akọ obetimi ama ni kunu akọ ginam na ehia se ye bebo odin na obi asori agina my name is Amabra Kwampofo me represent onipa so nesi tenase odan ya madamfo odan ya me yere odan ya me maame tenase
I said mama Pat the cases be court pa I said o share me appear biblical the empress the and I friend is saying the short so say amo awagije musika no so no
Yakubu e menko
okay
say obi a file bi wo outside Accra minimum
okay.
Then I can say
okay.
But mama Pat case a minim okay. It was 3 back on the we ena oni also for appear biblical and no cry na was circuit court but na court no any jurisdiction ntina ese kokesi
for appear biblical den never
so also for appear biblical then was about the nude pictures bia mama Pat go to try okay. Na or the share bottle mu say waye bitters bi yes sister okofa or baby o said then it was alleged so appear biblical okofa or baby and I'm saying for kwa assault no and I'm also mama Pat the betu the TV so ekoye discussion at the far ho and no and appear biblical say we good anim ase and but we kran enya mama Pat nko a enya mama Pat there's one guy is it 1 gig and I say ono ka ho then there's another journalist be crack and one no so on in na ye adwuma then there's an omoye 4 in number nti eno wo ho a wo nyina aba ena empress nti these 3 cases ena minim medie eno na minim if there are other cases there minim and rank of for frame be say me say the fair lady be Sarah gold story and I'm saying ba chow maintain ho ase eno de minim the cases are minim ye known empress there what tema ena we are we and on also for biblical so far the minim case bia or
nti say nipa no wo prison ho na say the case bi nso so court na ye Fred aba na ye jeli nipa no was a case no ho a say ye fa gift empress there any example say mpo eba na so boko ye be jeli
na bi fa ene fa oni also for
there is
because eno na ehu
nti eba na say ye jeli ye sabe jeli mama Pata or 7-15 years na court no say na o ye no obese bi na say o se bebo
on say bi amu
okay
enti say we I am 15 years see ewie oni appear biblical there no na in case of anything court finding it guilty na court so betwe na so a asotwe bi o de be man no obese be no so
15 years
o 15 years asaha obema no 1 year obetwa so obema 20 years obetwa so obema 25 obetwa ne pepepe we enye concurrently because a two different courts and even mama Pat case we are who say Mr. Tana me catch us omo chiche emu maybe we court 4 maybe we court 9 maybe we court 10 enti fine senka Thursday no and na court 4 de ene so wo ho na enu so ya wie ena court 10 de ene won onto na ya wie ena court 9 de ene enu so wo ho na ya wie a ka de beba ne say ka court 10 ama ne 15 years say court 5 ema ne ebia court 4 enso ma ne 10 years ena court 9 enso ma ne 10 years a obetwa ha 10 obetwa ha 15 obetwa ha 10 because esuno court bia ewom se ni nyina ye circuit court de nanso esuno judge bia otena ho esuno evidence bia ye adduce ye ewo ho nti obetwa bia de obeso I say o sumo bia e de ama no na abeka che me say obeye court 10 de na court 4 de ne de onye na court 9 de obeye obia de ama no but high court sentence and no was circuit court there the more you climb the more it becomes heavier.
traditional foods are no starch and carbohydrates mu bebre. But true green food, yes, starch and carbohydrates no kids way be na womb. Very healthy. A boom who buy free to say diabetes, kidney failure, cholesterol, hypertension, cancer, any near True green food or more breakfast options to say cocoa, Tom Brown, oatmeal, any near
True green food.
Oh yes, our products now 100% organic and natural. So we here be able to deliver my baby a
My chef and party planner. You know we can't get this retirement/birthday shingling go wrong.
Everything is almost ready, but small problem.
Why, what's up?
We are way over budget, Kweku.
Everything is almost twice the estimate.
Adibab, okay? No worries. So with Tap Send, I have got a cake and decorations covered from here. You handle the food. If any extra expenses comes up, just text me or call me. I'm off today, so I should be easily reachable.
Hey, Chairman, it is for day.
Say, no be easy. You chairman has time and money.
Allah,
Kweku tap, Kweku do, Kweku that.
I chairman can call you.
Hey, Alande, chairman send them.
Tap send. Papa no.
Hello, love.
Gary, do you have Mommy's parcel for her big day?
The shipping company says it will take 1 month.
A month? Gary, use Rapid.
Rapid?
Rapid courier ships from the United States to Ghana and 9 other African countries within 3 to 5 days. Log on to rapidgroup.com, buy, ship to us, and we deliver right to your doorstep.
That fast? Yes, that's Rapid for you. Can you sign this?
I thought you only ordered Mommy's parcel.
No, I ordered a few car parts too.
Are you too busy to shop? We will shop for you. Rapid also has a luggage delivery service, so you can make that extra luggage and we will deliver at the lowest rate.
Rapid Courier, just shop, we deliver. Enjoy.
Spices day and one Remy spices or dinner Remy dependable.
Remy spices, Remy.
Papa, what the Remy spices you work here? And we are fine. Remy spices, dear, so who you swap. And first spices for Biafra. Flavors no so dear, baby. Chicken, goat, jollof, stew. Spices be our Washington. Remy will be home. And for Adriani dear and to chacha. Remy spices. And Adriani decade.
Alacados Properties is ready to relieve you from the stress of finding units and setting up viewings or sell your house. Connect with Alacados Properties. We are specialized in sales and rentals of properties, property management, and consulting.
Alacados Properties is a real estate agency we work with, and we are committed to giving their guests the best experience in accommodation. You can also rely on Alacados Properties to find your long or short-term accommodation whilst in Ghana.
African market, and I'm Papa. African market. Order for so blonze ha. Now pay African market. Papa didra. Mo akoma to yam dia. Malata African market. Edem sronko. Smoked fish, meat, dry fish. So pe kenki, rice, yam, fufu flour ni nnuane ahodo e free Africa. Afei, ye want to ma papa. Bo wire kente, adamma se kente. Ahwene ahodo. Ani nneoma bebre. Na wo benya wo Malata African market. Hwehwe ye chi akwan ene number e wo screen so. Malata African market. African market mu King Kong. Malata African market. And I'm Papa. African market. African market.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your